Hey everyone, wild week for silver last week since the last video. I got some Mercury dimes today. I want to talk a little bit about silver price. So silver, when I made my last video, was $106 roughly when I made the purchase last week, and went all the way up to $121 an ounce before Friday having a historic crash. The largest by dollar amount single day crash in silver history. Went from $121 all the way down to a low of $72 before rebounding a little bit into the 80s. So, hopefully we're finding some kind of new support in the 80s. Silver's back up to the mid 80s, about $85, $86 an ounce today. And so, been a wild ride, trying to not let my emotions get kind of the best of me, just trying to kind of stay with the plan. So today I went to the store like I do normally on Tuesdays and got $1 face value worth of the Mercury dimes. I'm really kind of falling in love more and more with the Mercury dimes. I never really liked junk silver before, but I think these are really cool. And the only silver lining, no pun intended, of the price drop was that I got these 10 silver dimes for $55 today. So last week I paid $36 for only 5 silver Mercury dimes. So that was $7.20 per dime. And today I paid $5.50 per Mercury dime. So I was able to get a lot more for not that much more money. Gonna stick with the plan, gonna make, slow, steady silver purchases, dollar cost average my way when I have money in my budget. And yeah, silver, we don't know what's gonna happen next with the price, but the volatility, even though it is kind of scary, Friday when I was at work, just seeing it go down and down and down, and you try not to think about, oh my god, exactly how much money my stack has gone down in the past 4 or 5 hours, but sometimes it's hard not to think that way. But it's hard to believe that if we do think silver is going to go to 150 or higher, that it's not going to just be smooth sailing the whole way. It's not like it's just going to go up and up and up and never have any downturns. That doesn't mean it can't continue to go down, but I think it is important to keep kind of the perspective that, it was never going to just go only up. Volatility, the only way you're going to have such huge rises like we've had in silver the past year is with volatility, and volatility works both ways. So try not to panic or overreact, just kind of doing what I've normally been doing. And yeah, getting a little repetitive talking about the junk silver, but just to kind of reiterate, the junk silver, it seems like every week the deal gets better and better. So $55 for face value is equal to $76.90 roughly an ounce. And silver spot price was about $84.50 earlier on this morning when I made the purchase. So almost $8 an ounce under spot. And my local dealer was selling generic 1 ounce rounds for $8 an ounce over spot. It was like $92 for a 1 ounce round or 1 ounce bar. So over $15 an ounce less for 90% silver right now, at least at my local store, than the 3/9's fine. So I don't really love 90%, but I can't really justify paying $15 an ounce more for a generic round, and I certainly don't want to pay even more for an American Silver Eagle. So I think I'm going to continue to kind of stack the 90%. The only thing about the 90% right now is that dealers aren't really buying it back for very good because the refineries are so backed up that they're not even taking 90%. So if you're buying 90% silver right now, it has to be part of your deep silver stack. So what I mean by that is I have enough silver, even with the silver that I traded for gold about a month ago, that you know, if the gold to silver ratio goes down and I want to make a swap for gold to silver or silver to gold, I have enough, you know, silver rounds and silver bars, 3/9's fine, to sell right now for gold if I need to. So keep that in mind if you are planning on kind of trading some silver for gold, or, you know, not holding on to your new purchases for a long time. 90% is probably not a good thing to buy right now because it's not super liquid. So it has to be a part of your silver stack that you're committed to for a while. So that's what I'm going to do. Just keep making small purchases and then look for the gold to silver ratio to go down to where I want to trade some more silver to gold. The only bummer about the whole price drop, you know, from last week, from Friday, is that the gold to silver ratio did increase. You know, it would have been nice if gold had fallen just as much as silver, because then at that point it doesn't really matter as much to me because I'm kind of committed to both of them. You know, I'm really looking to trade. I'm not necessarily looking to just sell my silver for cash anyways. But the fact that the gold to silver ratio went from a low of like 45 to, you know, now at like 58, it was at 60 for a little bit. That puts me farther away from being able to make another trade. So that's actually the only really thing about the huge price drop that I'm most disappointed in, is just that gold didn't drop as much. The wild swing in silver doesn't bother me as much, but I still think silver has quite a bit of upside. It's still higher year to date than gold. It's still up like over 20% year to date, even with the worst day in history. So not getting too discouraged, still making small purchases. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you're buying. And if you like hearing about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to the videos.